Modality and redundancy principles. The modality principle affirms that words need to be presented in the spoken form rather than printed, whenever the words are used to describe a graphic in a multimedia presentation. By implementing the modality principle, there is a decrease in the cognitive load on the visual and pictorial channels of the brain and a subsequent increase in learning. The modality principle should be applied to any presentation except where the learner is familiar with the content, the learner has a limited understanding of the language of narration, and when there are only words on the screen. Here we see a poor example of instruction that ignores the modality principle. This instruction includes words and screenshots. The student is learning to link a Gmail account to Canvas. The instructions show screenshots of the website with text explaining what to do. The following video covers the same instruction, but this time, instead of screenshots and words, the modality principle is used, and the student will see live video on the screen and narrated instructions. The redundancy principle states that adding on-screen text to a multimedia presentation and narrating it is redundant and should be avoided. However, there are times when the redundancy principle makes it appropriate to present all three media: audio, text, and graphic. Such times include when the text is unfamiliar, short, concise, or needed as a reference, for example, formulas in math. Otherwise, avoid adding printed text to a narrated graphic. An example of respecting the redundancy principle is creating tutorials for your students. In the first example, you see graphics that are narrated with appropriate audio. The option closed captioning would provide those with hearing impairments to access the narration through text if needed without overloading other learners. In the second example, both the audio and closed captioning are used together and are a violation of the redundancy principle. While watching the second clip, you may find yourself focusing more on the words as you hear them instead of what is intended to be shown. Remember, when creating a multimedia presentation, be sure to narrate graphics instead of using text and avoid presenting information in different forms at the same time, such as using audio, text, and graphics.